सम्मानास्पद अतिथि वृंद और मोर उपस्थित हृदय छात्र बंधुगण आज एक सभा आम कांड महाविद्यालय आरंभ टॉपिक हूँ फिजिक्स एंड मेटाफिजिक्स इन इंडियन फिलोसफी गोटे भास्ट सब्जेक्ट एंड वेरी एनुमेरेटिव सब्जेक्ट मुझे आज सभा सभापतित्व करने श्रीजुक्त विजय कुमार महापात्र अनुरोध करुच्ची सी आसी ये सभा सभापति आसन अलंकृत महाशय मुख्य वक्ता डॉक्टर आदित्य कुमार महांती स्पीकर महोदय को अनुरोध स्पीकर महोदय सम्मानास्पद अतिथि बंधु छात्र आज सभार अतिथि महोदय परिचय प्रदान करने मुझे प्रमोद कुमार दास को अनुरोध करुच्ची से अतिथि मान सम्यक परिचय प्रदान करेंगे प्रमोद कुमार दास सभा सभापति ये सभा
Today we are present here to have some intellectual discussion about Indian philosophy. We request has come here in spite of his other engagements. I also welcome Dr. Vijay Kumar Mahapatra. He is also my direct teacher in graduation degree in SCS College Puri. And I
my esteemed teacher, Dr. Mahapatra. And I always relish his company, both personal and intellectual. I am really elated because he is with me. He is also one of my great critics. And I especially convey my sense of indebtedness to Mr. Das and the organizers of this meeting to have requested me to come all the way from Puri, from Bhubaneswar to Puri, to speak on a subject which is very dear to my mind and heart. Now he has already indicated the direction in which we will be discussing this topic, subject this morning. It's less like it. A lighter part but will also elaborate on the things that I submitted for you. Now, physics and metaphysics, the caption appears to be a bit abstruse and intriguing, but it appears to be confusing. Though interesting, but confusing. Now, what is physics? Physics, as in a very broad sense, physics refers to the totality of sciences, natural and social sciences. Physics in a very restricted sense is only a subject which studies matter, science of matter. But in a broad sense, in a very generic sense, physics stands for anything, any systematic study of the phenomena. That phenomena means
things which are available to man, to his unaided senses or to his senses. When you are, for example, when you are observing the movement of the heavenly bodies, you are not observing it with your naked eyes, because your unaided eyes cannot take you very far. That is why you need a telescope. And if you want to study the microorganisms, you need a microscope. So both microscope, which studies the microorganisms, and the telescope, which helps you to see the distant things, aid your sense organs, eyes, because eyes have their limitations. So whether you see with your sense, or whether you perceive with your sense organs, or you perceive with certain help or aids, anything which comes within the purview of your observation and experiment is called science. In this sense, you can take physics in a very generic sense. That is, physics is the study of the physical world, the phenomenal world, the world which is available to our sense of perceptions. This is physics. Now let us try to address ourselves to the question as to why there was a physics. Was physics the invention, a kind of decision on the part of some intellectuals that let us create physics? No. Now physics comes, whether it is physics, I will tell you later what is metaphysics, whether it is physics or metaphysics. For that matter, any speculation or any thinking, any invention, any discovery, that has its origin in the very nature of man, in the nature of human consciousness. What is that? Now human beings are endowed with a sense of awareness which always goads them, propels them, compels them, coerces them, pushes them to ask whys and hows. When a child who is not trained in the normal education, he asks, "Mother, what is that? Why this starts?" And in the process, the child asks certain questions which do not have any actual or which do not have a definite answer. Why this starts? Why have you come? Where were you? So sometimes the child goes on asking questions. So asking question is one of the native, you can say, prerogative or of man. It is something which has taken man out of his primitive context. One fine morning, man was one among the animals living in caves and dales, our ancestors. What made them form a group, live in a society, live in a state, form government, make science, technology, and what not? Now, if you will try to trace the very, if you try to see in retrospect the history of human civilization, you will find it is the basic nature to ask why and how. If man would not have asked why disease, perhaps he would not have medical science. The difference between human awareness and animal awareness is this, that an animal takes things for granted. If there is rain, an animal will rob you a place of shelter. An animal doesn't prepare food, it gathers food. Man was one fine morning a food gatherer. Then the man became food producer. Then there was a technology of production and so on. Now the question is, now this prerogative, this endowment, natural endowment in man, that the capacity to ask why and how, why this universe, why have I come, does my life have a purpose? Now this capacity to ask whys is responsible for all that man boasts of today in the last part and almost in the fag end of the millennium. Now this fundamental instinct to ask why has given man science, metaphysics or physics, metaphysics and religion. You can call it science, philosophy and religion. Now when this instinct to ask why is confined to a particular area of science, if you ask why earthquake, why solar eclipse, astronomy. Now why tuberculosis, why AIDS, medical science. Why inflation, economics. Why the downfall of the citadel of communism, political science. Why the trees have these green leaves, botany. So when our understanding or analysis is confined to a particular facet of reality, part of reality, we have science. So what is the cause of cancer? You have science. Science is there to answer your question. Even if you do not know the cause of cancer, does not mean that cancer is uncaused. Rather, you still keep on striving to find out the cause of cancer. Not knowing the cause of cancer does not mean that cancer is uncaused. So it is because of the, Becker would say, it is by integrating nature that you get science. Science is the process of questioning nature, not integrating nature, because it is only by questioning that you understand. It is only when you see that why rain, then you come to know that rain is there only when there are clouds. Why clouds? Because there is depression. Why depression? So and so. So when this basic instinct, these whys are directed for the comprehension and understanding of a particular, of a relative, of a definite or a finite phenomenon, you have science, you have physics. You have different sciences, natural sciences, social sciences. You have different natural sciences because they study nature from different perspectives, from different parts, different angles. Then you have social sciences because it is not only the clouds that float in the sky or the river that flows on the earth, but there are also human beings who live in groups. That is also a phenomenon, that is also reality. When social science studies the societal phenomena, the social phenomena, people living in groups. You have political science, sociology, and so on. So you have natural sciences on the one hand, you have social sciences on the other, but the fact remains that each science has its definite scope. Each science is trying to understand something which is available to its perception. This is physics. But friends, the instinct to ask why is not confined to a particular. You ask, what is the cause of this? What is the cause of this? What is the cause of that? Then you go on asking, why have you come? We have come in a particular process. How did the earth come? Is there anything from which everything has come? Here you are stepping down, you are going beyond physics. Because you are not asking, your query is not relating to a particular, you are trying to ask, is there everything has a cause? Everything has a cause, but is it a fact that the whole universe has a cause? What is that ultimate cause out of which everything has come? Shvatashvara Upanishad begins with this. Kutasmajata sampratishtha. Where from have you come and where are you established? And where do you go after everything is over? After we finished our tenure. So when you are trying to ask, I will just give you an example. I give you an example. If you ask what is the cause of inflation, what is the cause of disease, you have medical science. What is the cause of inflation in economics? But we ask what is the cause of the reality universe as such? It's not a. This question doesn't come within the purview of ambit of physics. Because physics is always confined to the understanding and explanation and prediction. Science has three functions. Description, explanation and prediction. It describes, it explains, and explanation also contains the description and it predicts. Now, if these are the three fundamental functions of science, but mind you, this is confined only with regard to a particular phenomenon. If a botanist would worry about the nature of the ultimate, the particular chemical or particular matter, then the physicist will say that you are interfering, you are encroaching, you are trespassing into my territory. By way of explaining the nature of the plant, the vegetable kingdom, if they do some kind of, they can do, a botanist can also do some kind of mathematics, some kind of physics, but it does that, only that much of physics and that much of mathematics which is relevant in the study of plants. But each science has its own scope. Each science has its fundamental thrust, principal task, and fundamental questions which it tries to answer. But when this human inquisitiveness or human curiosity or human probe or human investigation is directed to the understanding of the whole, then you have, friends, you have either, you call it either philosophy or metaphysics. Metaphysics is more a specific term and philosophy is a more general term. When you are trying to ask what is that out of which everything has come, it is not a scientific question. It's a metaphysical question. It's a philosophical question. You will find that almost all the sciences, The father of all sciences is Aristotle, and philosophy is the mother discipline, because it is the philosophers who in the beginning used to ask the fundamental questions, ultimate questions, seminal questions about everything. That is why if you ask a library scientist, who is the founder of library science, it is Aristotle. Who is the founding father of physics? Aristotle. Because they were the people who used to raise questions, fundamental questions about everything. And later on we find that there was compartmentalization. Now physics has so many, say, 10, 20 sub-branches. But the fact remains that when you are out to investigate into the nature of a particular your science or your physics, and when you are trying to understand the whole, when you are trying to ask the fundamental questions, foundational questions, then you are doing philosophy, you are doing metaphysics. I have given an example. When the causal query or a causal investigation is directed to the understanding of a particular phenomena, you have a physics. But when the causal question is directed to the whole, is there anything out of which everything has come? This question itself is very illuminating. If you see in philosophy, what is important is not giving answers, but asking questions. Because it is a, you know why? That is what Socrates says. You know, Socrates did not have any institution. He did not do any institutionalized philosophy. As Plato had academy, Socrates was a marketplace teacher. In the marketplace, he used to ask, what is it? What do you mean by this? What is Toti? What is it? And Socrates is responsible perhaps to introduce in Western philosophy, to introduce the spirit of questioning, which is so fundamental and essential to philosophize. A philosophy gives us a training how to ask questions. Because you need to be more creative in asking questions than giving answers. Why? Because it is a question which gives a direction to the West. If our forefathers would not have asked, where from have you come? Then perhaps we would not have inquired as to if there is anything out of which everything has come. If Democritus and others would not have asked, what is that ultimate stuff out of which everything in this universe has come? Someone says water, someone says fire, doesn't matter, answer is irrelevant. What is important is keep moving on the path. And what gives direction and what gives us the path is the question. Because the question gets you engaged in a particular quest. You know what kind of answer you are going to get, what kind of questions you are addressing yourself to. So in philosophy, what is important is asking questions. And it has something to do with human nature and human instinct. You will ask why. So when you are trying to handle the ultimate whys, then you are doing metaphysics. When you are trying to understand the transcendental, you are doing religion. So you friends, you have physics, you have science, philosophy and religion, and physics and metaphysics and religion. When you are trying to understand the empirical, you are doing science. When you are trying to understand the conceptual, you are doing philosophy. When you are trying to understand the transcendental, you are trying to do religion. So in a sense, both science and religion can be clubbed together because both the things are inquiry into the particular. When a religion is trying to understand God, again it is confined to this area is limited. But a philosophy a philosopher has something to do with science and religion as well. Because by trying to understand the physical world in its totality, philosophers ask fundamental question. And in trying to understand what is God and if at all, what is the relation between God and world, you see, philosophy has something to do with religion as well. Now the fact remains that it has grown out of human nature. Philosophy, supposing philosophy, science and religion are the result of man's instinctive quest. What is that quest? To interrogate, to ask questions, why, how. Perchance the world comes to be destroyed by supposing some other planet comes and dashes against this planet and there is a death of all these living species. If the evolution takes another millions years, a few million years, again there will be science and religion. If again the human beings will come, again it will do that. Because it is ingrained, it is grounded in human nature. Even a human babe asks whys and hows. Now this being the nature of physics and metaphysics. Now let's see, is metaphysics avoidable? Then we'll go to Indian philosophy. Now what is the relation between physics and metaphysics? Can you not rest contented with doing physics? Suppose you are doing science, is there any necessity of philosophy? Yes. Because if you ask, where from did this table come? It came from wood. Where from this wood come? It came from tree. Man table asla, katha asla, katha gacha asla, gacha kout asla, manji kout asla, tapare universe kout asla. So if you are trying to understand a finite, then you find, and you continue your quest, then you will find that you are going beyond physics and you land yourself in metaphysics, because you cannot understand the finite adequately unless and until you ask a fundamental question. तो ये गहनाटा कोड आसला, एटा सुनार आसला. अच्छा सुनाटा कोड आसला ना केते मॉलिक्यूल आसला, मॉलिक्यूल कोड आसला सब एटॉमिक पार्टिकल सेडा कोड आसला. No. Understand? So if you are trying to understand a finite, then you go on asking questions and you continue your query, then at a particular point of time, you arrive at a point where you are no more in the level of physics. Tamane jaha kichi dekhucho, if you want to understand the phenomenal, the explanation of the phenomenal lies with the nominal, or if you want to understand physics, you have to make an appeal to metaphysics. You have to ground yourself in metaphysics, because the ultimate answers to this physics is not available within the realm of physics. दृश्यमान संसार रे जहा किछि अछि तार जहा किछि एक्सप्लेनेशन सेउडा को तुम दृश्यमान संसार भीतर पाइबो. गोटे पिलाटे जन्म होजे, ट्विन्स आर बोर्न, जाना पिला न, they are born from the same mother at the same time, take same kind of food, exposed to same kind of education, exposed to same kind of social values. But why there is a gulf of difference? Somebody becomes extremely selfish, somebody becomes extremely generous, somebody is extremely intelligent, somebody is a dullard, somebody is good in science, somebody is good in poetry. How to explain this? दीटा पिला एका जन्म होचंदी, एका खाद्य खाउचंदी, एका प्रकार मूल्यबोध भीतर बंचंदी, एका प्रकार ऑलमोस्ट एका कोने एक आइडेंटिकल ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर. तो डिफरेंस एते काई हो जण बदमाश हो जण भलो हो जण भलो पढु जण मूर्ख हो जण पोएट्री को जण साइंस कुछ काई तार एक्सप्लेनेशन ए लाइफ रे नहीं. You have to refer to some other life, the law of karma and other things. तो मुझे एका संगे से जन्म हले, एका मां पेट से जन्म हले, किंतु से कहेंगे बोले तार मेंटल डिफरेंस हला, तार एक्सप्लेनेशन ए लाइफ रे नहीं. ए जो घरटा देख, सपोज यू सी अ हाउस, ए जो घरटा देखुछ, घरटा ठिया हे देखुछ, ए घरर उच्चता कोन एति की? अरे घर जेति की देखुछ ता फाउंडेशन तळे अछि जोटा देखा जाउनी. तो घरटा जदी तुम देखियो साइक्लो सुपर साइक्लो ने गछ पड़ी गला, किछि गोटे गछ रहिछ, जार चेर जेति की जाई गछटा त एति की ना, तो तार चेर त हम देखुनी ना. So the tree that you see is not the whole tree, the truth that you see is not the whole truth. There is something still beyond, still invisible, not available to your sense organs. So always friends, in everything, this I just gave you a very element, this example, just to bring home this the point that whatever you see has an explanation, and the ultimate explanation of whatever you see is grounded in things which you don't see. So the things that you know are much less than what you do not know. आमे जहाँ जानिजे ताहा न जानिबा ठारो बहुत कम, जहाँ न जानिजे तारो बहुत कम. तो फिजिकल वर्ल्ड को बुझिया को गले तमे willingly, knowingly or unknowingly, whether you want it or not, you have to ground yourself in metaphysics. Why? The physical world cannot explain itself. I'll tell you a story from Einstein. Einstein and Sangatale, you know the Einstein? Theory of relativity. See, he was a great devotee. And he was a great believer in God. He was an atheist. So तांकर सांगतला तांका सारे काम करूतला, से सबुठ बड़ नास्तिक था. से साइंस कला कहबे जे केतोड कथा कहबे तुम इक्वेशनटा ठीक, किंतु एगुडा विशेष भगवान आनी भर्ती को सेटा कोन दरकार. Still you are such a great scientist, but still you have this, you believe in this dogma. तो सबले से क्यारी माने सटायर करो. तापर तांका संगे काम करतो. तो तुम एते बड़ साइंटिस्ट, तथापि तुम मन रे ए जो अंधविश्वासडा रहिछ. तुम एगुडा छाडी दियंत, बोले आउरी गोटे बड़ साइंटिस्ट हो. Einstein सब कथा में करते हसी दियंत. One day he invited, बुझ पर इंग्लिश बुझ ना ओडिया बुझ पे. ଥରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ବ୍ରେକଫାଷ୍ଟ ଇଏ ଲଞ୍ଚକୁ ଡାକିଲେ। ହି ୱାଜ୍ ଇନଭାଇଟେଡ୍ ଫର୍ ଲଞ୍ଚ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସେ ତାଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗ ବସୁଛନ୍ତି, ଆଗ ଡ୍ରଇଂ ରୁମ୍କୁ ଆସିଲେ ଗୋଟେ ଖେଳନାଟେ, ଗୋଟେ ଅଟୋମେଟିକ୍ ଖେଳନାଟେ, ସ୍ପ୍ରିଙ୍ଗ ଖେଳନାଟେ ଛାଡ଼ି ଦେଇ ସେ ଗଡ଼ୁଛି। ବ୍ୟୁଟିଫୁଲ୍ ଡଲ୍, automatic doll. It is just moving on the floor. Then this friend of Einstein says that yes, who has made it? He says, no, it has made itself. Na absurd. Because it kiye tiyari karchi? Ase manu mon tiyari kar nije nije tiyari kar deji. Na absurd, na absurd. Gote khelna jodi nije nije tiyari kari pariboni, e prithvi ta nije nije tiyari kar dela manu mon accidental pole asla. If a doll cannot make itself, how come that such a beautiful universe? Look at the human system, digestive system. Look at the eye, structure of the eye. It's very complicated. It has the structure of a very complicated, modern, sophisticated camera. Look at the digestive system. You eat your food at one point and the excreta goes in another point. Look at the universe. The sun moves in a particular orbit, revolves in a particular orbit. And your prediction is possible because nature is uniform, because the universe is designed. Supposing the universe is not, there is no uniformity. You do not know when the sun is going to rise. You do not know, supposing you are planting a guava seed, what kind of fruit you are going to get. Kukura monish pila janam karchi, monish kukura pila janam karchi, baigana manji patile, alu asuchi, alu patile, iya asuchi, universe is sambhav nathanda. Konosi prediction sambhav honta nahi, konosi laws nathanda. बेले बेले वाटरटा 100 डिग्री टेम्परेचर बाष्प हो जाउची, बेले बेले 30 डिग्री बाष्प हो जाता। तो काली देखला बेलको तुम घरे पानी नहीं। तो जन्म बंद केमती? तुम पक्के पे पिलाटा जन्म से कोन जन्म जानता न केमती? So the universe would not have been there if the design would not have been there. So such a grand design, how could it be the result of an accident? How can it make itself? If to account for a doll, जो गोटे कंढईटे गोटे खेलनाटे बुझिया पाई जे गोटे खेलना गोटे लोक गोटे इंटेलिजेंट मैन दरकार. You can explain the moving doll only when you presuppose a doll maker. So the universe is such a grandly, nicely designed thing, so vast, complicated design labyrinth. Now, how can you explain it unless and until you admit an intelligent principle? I'll give you another example. There is a philosopher who says that suppose you are going in a desert, मरुभूमि जाऊँ, गोटे विराट पत्थर तुम देखिए, पत्थरटा केमती एक्सप्लेन करियो? पत्थरटा बड़ पवन आई 300-400 किलोमीटर बेगर पवन बही जो गोटे पत्थर टेकी पड़ी जाइए, an accident. You are going in a desert, you find a big piece of stone. How to understand it? Maybe you think that perhaps it was carried by a violent gust of wind. Gogo बुझছো ना? बुझ पारছো gogo? Gogo बुझ पारছো ना? By a violent gust of wind. Now suppose you find a watch. मरुभूमि रे गोटे तुम देखिले गोटे घंटा पड़छ. तो कहि परबो कि तार विभिन्न पार्ट गुडा को कमिटी गुडा आसी मन मन जोड़ी हिछ. Can you attribute it to chance? You have to admit a clockmaker who has, with all meticulousness, he has put the different parts together. So if there is a design, that has got to be a designer. But the design is explained by science, physics. Designer is not available to you. What you discover is the design, but what you must accept is a designer, otherwise you can't understand the design. You see the universe, you don't see the ground of the universe. You see the house, you don't see the foundation. You see the trees, you don't see the roots. Because unless and until there are roots, how can you find the flower, foliage and the fruits? गछरे फल फूल फुटुची ताहार चेहरा गोटा अछि ना संग्रह कोटा हाइलाइट जी सेटा लखले देखो तो केमि तो गछटा को बुझे बोले तुम एमती को तुम चेहराटा ग्रहण करे पड़ियो तो आखि देखो सेटा लखलेटा कोन करे so if you want to understand the physical world, if you want to understand physical world, you have to accept a metaphysical basis, metaphysical world around which will explain it. Otherwise this world is a brute fact, unintelligible brute fact. If you do not accept metaphysics, the world will be more mysterious than it normally appears to be. To do metaphysics is to enter into the mysterious world. No, without metaphysics, the world is still unexplainable. It is a mysterious something. You don't understand why you are stuck up somewhere. you get stuck up. You don't understand. Then what? So what? Then what? After that what? Thus far. How far? Only this much, only this far. What beyond? Now, this is how your intellect gets stuck up in this query to understand more and more. So you find that metaphysics is unavoidable. Metaphysics is, Bradley says that you can't choose between whether metaphysics or not metaphysics, but good metaphysics or bad metaphysics. The metaphysics is because metaphysical questions, philosophical questions are the normal corollaries. They are grounded in the very nature of even scientific questions. That is why great scientists have always turned philosophical, because in the process of finding the ultimate answers to ultimate questions, they become philosophical. So all the great scientists are philosophers. In the process of doing physics, a point comes when you become speculative, you grow speculative. And when you grow speculative, you grow philosophical. And you cannot avoid speculation, because your understanding of the finite, your explanation, your description is bound to result in speculation. Because it is only speculation which gives completeness to your observation experiment. If a scientist is wedded to observation experiment, a scientist, a real scientist, a working scientist, unless and until he invokes the mysterious, the mystical is another name, I don't have time to tell you what is mystical, but unless and until he invokes the metaphysical, the physical remains unintelligible, he cannot understand. That is why you will find all literatures and all the scientists who ask fundamental questions, they are all philosophers. Eddington, Hugo de Vries, James Jeans, they are all philosophers. They end up in certain philosophical conclusions. Why this? They began as promising scientists. But why do they end up in as philosophers? Because that is the only fate. If you walk on the road, you have to, a person who is determined to walk on the road, he is bound to see the end of it. And at the end of it, there is a wall against which they dash. And that is metaphysics. So that is the natural, so physics has its consequence in metaphysics. Metaphysics is the consequence of physics. But if you begin, and what is metaphysics? Metaphysics also, if you have a path, then it has a beginning. If you walk forward, then you encounter metaphysics. If you go backward, then you also find that metaphysics. So metaphysics is both the ground and the consequence of physics. Because the fundamental questions, the fundamental whys, the basic whys are metaphysical. And the ultimate consequences are also. So you find that metaphysics remains both at the beginning and end of the route, which can be termed as our journey in the physical. So our journey in the physical has its beginning, has its genesis, has its origination in metaphysical or speculation, and it has its terminus and end or consequence in the metaphysical. And the third question is, how many kinds of metaphysics? Is there in one metaphysics? Is there in one understanding or many understanding? Jaina thinkers, Jaina Darsana, you see, those who have done a little bit of it, they said, the Jaina thinkers would say, you cannot have a complete understanding of the physical by the metaphysical. Why? You know the famous example of 5 blind men trying to understand one elephant. Somebody touching the leg and says that elephant is like a pillar. Somebody is touching the belly and elephant is like a wall. Somebody is touching tail and saying that elephant is like a python. ପାଞ୍ଚ ଜଣ ଅନ୍ଧ ଲୋକ କରୁଛନ୍ତି। ସେ କହୁଛି ହାତୀଟାକୁ ଯେ ପେଟଟା ଦେଉଛି ହାତୀଟା ହେଉଛି ଗୋଟେ କାନ୍ଥ ଭଳିଆ, ଯିଏ ଲାଞ୍ଜଟା ଧରୁଛି ସେ ଗୋଟେ ସାପ, ଯିଏ କାନଟା ଗୋଟେ ହେଉଛି କୁଲା। ପାଞ୍ଚ ଜଣ ଯାକ କଳି କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ସେ କହୁଛି ମୁଁ ଠିକ୍, ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ କରୁ, ସେ କହୁଛି ମୁଁ ଠିକ୍। I am right, others are wrong. I am right, others are wrong. And a person having eyes, he says that you people, you are people, you all of them, you speak the partial truth. None of you are in a position to comprehend the whole elephant because you are blind, you are limited. And because of your limitations, you cannot know the elephant as a whole. But whatever you say is partial right and partial wrong. Everyone is right in what they assert and wrong in what they deny. If a person who is touching the leg says elephant is just like a pillar, others are wrong, to that extent he is wrong. Yes, elephant is like a pillar from the point of view of the legs. Elephant is like a python understand from the point of view of the tail. Now they would say that this physics, how to understand, how to explain it, how to understand it. They say that if you are going to have metaphysics, there will be as many metaphysics as there are metaphysicians. मन रखिता पृथ्वी कौन अच्छे कह बर्तमान माने एटा कौन बोली कहले एटा कौनटा एटा कौनटा कौन चश्मा समस्त पिला चश्मा छोट पिला पे चश्मा तो पृथ्वी कौन तो अच्छी कौन आम देखुचे a table chair कहला माने माने that means because we are civilized, because you know its use, आमे टेबल टाको तापर लेखा जाए जे लेखा कोन जान नथियो तापे कोन तम पे एटा गहना गोटे सुनारी पे कोन एटा गोल्ड स्मिथ पे सुना ना नहीं से गोटे जिंस देखुछ से होची बहुत गहना सुनार देखुछ कोन 10 ग्राम 20 ग्राम तो सेटे कोन सुना अछि ना गहना अछि कोन अछि ना जे जेम चाहे सेम अछि मीराबाई जो दिया गला जो विष दिया गला सेटा कौन थिला जी देइथिला त कौन थिला सेटा विष मीराबाई खाइले कौन अमृत एटा बुझछ कि नहीं तले से लिक्विडटा कौन है कौन बोले कहबे कहा पे कौन तमे शत्रु ना मित्र कहियो कहा पे शत्रु कहा पे तो हम जो मनीष नहीं तुम से आंटी मनीष तुम मनीष बोल बुझी कि जे आफ्रिका गोटे कैनिबल मनीष खाऊ ताके तुम छेली कुड़ा देखि तो पाटल लगा हुए हम देखि पाटल से बादाम बळिया खाइ दो लंबा प्लेस मनीष न तो पृथ्वी तले कोन अछि ना तुम पृथ्वी रे तमे जेमिति देखियो पृथ्वी से आई गिव एग्जांपल फ्रॉम once Drona asked Yudhishthira and Yudhishthira को डाले और ये को डाले निर्जल कोई देखो अलग गाड़ा देखो तुम्हें सबुठ जो भलो लोग आ दुर्जल को सबुठ भलो तुम्हें जाने सब भलो लोग तब सागर नहीं तो देखिए तो निगेड़ा पर प्लेस है ना बोल तुम बनाइए तुम नहीं रास्ते अब Yudhishthira ने क्या कहा सबुठ जो खराब होने का भाव है सबुठ खराब बस by your estimation इंगे हम Yudhishthira समझ ले लेकिन देखो अगर सब खराब है तो समझ भलो आप बोलते नहीं सब खराब हो गया आप बात बोले मोर तू धन मत बोलो पहले गोटी तो भलो नहीं खराब बड़े ना जो बड़े ना ये तो ये गोटी बोले थोड़ा अब बोल रहा है तुझे कोई खराब जो नहीं सकते तो आगे से खराब ना कर therefore if you have written your word if your word is read by friends inquire and reflect what extent you contribute to this it is your own word so the word that you see is your own word it is journal तो तुम मेटाफिजिक्स करके जाओ तो तुम फिजिकल वर्ल्ड पूछे जाओ तुम्हारा कितने मेटाफिजिक्स कहि देबो नाही कि तुम्हारा दृष्टिकोण के ऊपर निर्भर करिवो तो कोन देखो so your understanding of the physical world will depend upon your framework your viewpoint your right what is your framework your likes your dislikes your तो पृथ्वी जदि किछि लोक तुम देखो you are complaining of the world it is your own world which you have created बहुत उत्तम वर्ल्ड रे तो देखो तमे के ए वर्ल्ड के तमे के रिस्पांस how much you contribute to the world it is your own world it is your own making ताको फिलॉसफी कहा जाए we raise the dust and complain that we don't see तो धूली उड़ो जो कुछ माटी देखा धूली कहीं उड़ो जो ये अपने वर्ल्ड तमें तैयारी कर दिए तो तुम मो पे जो वर्ल्ड रे समस्त भला आगे वर्ल्ड समस्त खराब कर this is not only true of my perception of right but also the perception of the entire universe so metaphysics they say that metaphysics cannot one model cannot by one model you cannot see everything बुद्ध क्वेश्चन सर्वम क्षणिकम everything is related Vedanta is what they say reality is unchanged ekam sat vitya bodha vadanti why if truth is one why there are many explanations are bound to be many because every person comes with his own framework own attitude that is why the same object will appear to be different गोटे जंगल भीतर गले गोटे काठरे कोन देखो ये काठ से कोन काठ कि जो आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर ता भीतर जीव से कोन देखो बहुत बड़ा प्लांट्स यार मेडिसिनल वैल्यू कारण ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन द कंटेंट बट इन इट्स क्वालिटी ये कौन यार काठ दरकार केते ओजन काठ कोटा सी खाली काठ देखुଛି को काठ सी गल कोटा बेसी पैसा आथो तू जे गोटे आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर जाउची से देखुଛି ये कौन एथरे कौन औषध तैयारी करे गोटे बटनिस्ट जे जाउची से विभिन्न प्रकार प्लांट देखुଛି सेही जंगल को देखि विभिन्न लोक विभिन्न प्रकार देखुछ देखला ना and when your metaphysics is different the physical world will be different. I will give an example. तमर जदी तमर दृष्टिकोण चेंज कर दो कुछ सब परिवर्तन आई विल गिव यू टू वेरी इंपोर्टेंट एग्जांपल वन एग्जांपल आई हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन धरनिया जो जे मेरा भाई जो विश्व पान करले से विषयटा जदी भूल रे जे देइथला से पी थांदा कोन हेता इटा फाटल कारण दैट इज पॉइजन अच्छा मेरा भाई पे मले नहीं तो प्रॉपर्टी क्यों चेंज है माने सेम glass of liquid if the person who administered the poison would have taken he would have died but when it's taken by some other for whom it is meant she takes that it doesn't work not just why if the persons are different even the things around us they also change their properties. I'll give another example this example with which you are very much familiar बुद्धदेव जो उठुଛନ୍ତି आनंद तांको शिष्य देले बुद्धदेव तांको रियलाइजेशन उठुଛନ୍ତି से वर्षा झिपझिपी होଉଛି এবং वर्षा झिपझिपी माने वर्षा हेई टी छाडी झिपझिपी से बात हो गोडू केम टेकी रखुଛନ୍ତି पढियो तांको गोडू रखुଛନ୍ତି तो आनंद करते भगवान what prevents you from putting your leg on the ये on the ground गोडो पकोना गोडो टेकी रखछे ना आनंद I am afraid that the water bubbles may have premature death if I put my legs से कहते आनंद देख मु गोड़ पकईदे कहीं गोड़ पकाउनी मुझे देखुची पानी फोटा गुड़ा मो गोड़ बाजी काले अकाल मृत्यु हो you may brand it as a die-hard material instead of brand it as a psychotic risk. It's a mental, it's a awareness. He's sensitive to the life of a water bubble, which as such is so tragical. से इतने कम समय पानी फोटा आम पानी फोटा वाला जीवन से पानी फोटा का जीवन ये प्रति मध्य ही सेंसिटिव ये हला दिस इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड बुद्ध यार इट हैज अ लिंक विद सम अदर इंसिडेंट बुद्ध को जो you know all the great people they had Jesus was betrayed by his disciples who crucified them it is some of the disciples of Jesus who conspired against him and he made them they were instrumental in putting him on the cross many somewhere बुद्ध वर्ग जन बुद्ध को मारी दे बोले बस कौन करथिले ना गोटे मत हस्ती माने मैड एलिफेंट and an intoxicated mad elephant just imagine what will be ferocity बुद्ध जो पास करछन सेटा अच्छा है इट्स ऑल हिस्ट्री इट्स नॉट माने स्टोरी और फिक्शन बुद्ध राष्ट्र चले गण चले हाथी रो देखि दउची के सुंदर माइग्री look at when he looks at Buddha then the mad elephant just bows down why Buddha the compassionate incarnate the compassionate you see by looking at Buddha even a ferocious animal loses ferocity perchance जीता एक जब से रास्ता था ना कम कर जेवढा को क्रॉस you see Buddha by looking at the compassionate Buddha the compassionate the compassionate incarnate even the elephant loses its native property so if you change yourself the world will also change that means if your metaphysics is different then the physical world will also be different there are many kinds of treatments which have come just by putting your as Dr. Mahapatra was doing what is that you are touching the what is that it is only way from you touch somebody he is cured do you think that any there is any physical contact it's only the psychic power that heals however because of my psychic power there is change outside the world that means I do not live an isolated existence every object is linked with every other object even a small herb in the ocean floor समुद्र जानते हैं साइंटिस्ट मैंने बात करें जे समुद्र तले रे 1 किलोमीटर 2 किलोमीटर तले जो छोट छोट शैवाल बाहर सेउडा को पूर्णमी दिन बेसी बड़ कारण चंद्र किरण जो समुद्र पर पड़िबो तार ये रे से 1 किलोमीटर से जो रश्मिटा टिके जीवो ता दिन ताले ग्रोथ होछ लुक एट द रिलेशनशिप A tiny plant on the ocean floor, the growth of a tiny plant in the ocean floor is triggered, is stimulated by the moonlight. Look at the realistic. So in this universe, everything is related to everything. We exhale carbon dioxide and trees inhale them. And trees exhale something, we take them. We live in an interrelated universe. This universe is just like a symphony, cosmic symphony, where everything contributes to everything. This man forgets, and man, because of his obsession with the physics, material world, thinks that everything is for me. Everything is not for you. And you are not also for everything. And everyone is for everything. I am not for them, nor are they for me. We are for each other. That is the attitude which the Indian philosophers propounded. That means the real enjoyment comes not by getting and gaining and acquisition, but renunciation. The real enjoyment comes only when you give, not when you take. Real enjoyment comes only when you sacrifice, when you give. The more you give, the more you have. It's a paradox. Now the paradox will disappear only when you think that by giving you are getting, by losing you are asserting yourself. By taking you are negating yourself. So every assertion is negation and every negation is an assertion. Upanishads say, those who say that they know, they do not know. Those who say that they do not know, they know. Socrates said, I know that I do not know, therefore I know. This is 3 dimensions. Socrates was declared the wisest man in Greece. Socrates said, why wisest? Such a great acclamation. What is the reason? Then Socrates came to understand that yes, I am wiser than anyone else. Because others are ignorant, others do not know, but they do not know that they do not know. I do not know, I am also ignorant, but at least I know that I am ignorant. That makes me wiser than anybody else. Upanishads say, those who claim that I know that I do not know, because how can that be known by which everything is known? आखि केम देखियो आखि द्वारा सिना सब देखुछ आखि केम देखियो दर्पण तो रिफ्लेक्शन देखुछ तुम निज आखि निजे देख परियो के देख परियो नै कारण आखि थिले सब जिनिस देखा सेमदी माने ईश्वर थिले ब्रह्म थिले ही सब जिनिस देखियो ब्रह्म थिले सब जिनिस देखियो ब्रह्म केम देखियो आखि बाहर से जो जिनिस देखियो आखि तो केम देखियो कारण आखि थिले पर देखाटा होची ठीक से बेला ब्रह्म थिले ही हम सब करू वी कैन स्पीक वी कैन थिंक वी कैन सी वी कैन हियर सो दैट व्हिच बीइंग देयर आईज see, ears hear, speech functions, how can that be seen, how can that be heard, and how can that be spoken about? That which lives as a precondition, how can it be an object of knowledge? Therefore it cannot be known. So they say that it can be known only when Brahmavid Brahmavavadi, only when you can know Brahman, only when you become Brahman. And Jaina thinkers say that only Kevadagyani can see the whole elephant, can see the reality in its totality. But what is metaphysics? Metaphysics is nothing but the attempt of the intellect or the mind to understand. But mind is limited and reality is unlimited. How can a finite mind understand the infinite reality? When an infinite thing, object of knowledge is infinite, but the subject is finite, it is bound to know only a finite part of the infinite. That is why you have said Shadasti, Shadanasti, Shadasti, Chunasti, Shadabhektam. It means every metaphysics is bound to prove infructuous, inadequate in the long run. Because when a metaphysician looks at reality, he looks with his own framework, with own tools, own conceptual tools, own parameters, own interests, own postulates. If the postulates are different, if the parameters are different, if the interests are different, if the conditions of this are different, it is bound to be different. The result is bound to be different. So how many metaphysics will be there? How many philosophical models will be there? There will be as many philosophical models as there are. So plurality is bound to be there. But is it our ultimate fate? Are we destined to end up with plurality? Can we not know the reality as it is? Yes, there is a possibility that we know the object as it is, but not by knowing it, but by knowing it as an object, but by becoming it. They say it is possible to become the other man. It is possible to know, not know, but to become the other. How do you know a flower? You can understand the flower only when you bridge the gap. You bridge the dichotomy between subject and object. knower and the known. This is possible only when you become the object. Just as the great man, great saint, who was feeling that the horses are being beaten and feeling pants on his back, that is the state where you feel you become the horse. That is why whenever the horse is being beaten, you feel under so if there is an extreme self, you can become the other. You become the other. So and when you become the other, you know the other. Makes sense. So the Upanisadic model is you can metaphysics, there can be metaphysics, but in that metaphysics, this is a different kind of metaphysics, but all the partial views are sublimated in one when you know the object by becoming it. I am just like a dog made up of salt. गोटे लुण या पिटुला से समुद्र गभीरता भाग जाए निजक समुद्र भितर लक्ष्य करवार पर कौन हम से मुझे तुम जाना चाहूँगी मुझे तुम गभीरता तुमको जाना चाहिए से निजक So when finite tries to know the infinite, when any attempt of the metaphysical to understand the physical world, then time will come when all the metaphysical concepts and categories will merge in one stance of realization. And that is something which can neither be expressed, it cannot be expressed. That remains beyond the metaphysical, that is the real mystery. Friends, mysticism has its own logic. Mysticism has its own logic, but that is a stance which all our understanding of the physical and the metaphysical travel. So it is metaphysical which gives meaning to the physical, and it is the mystical which gives meaning to the metaphysical. If you ask, why do the metaphysicians differ? Because they don't have understanding of reality as such. As long as you are an individual, पूरी मंदिर से बाला है से लोग के मार्केट में आना पड़ेगा से प्रॉपर्टर का नहीं है दूर देखले तो बड़ा नहीं बीएस का जिन दूर देखले चंद्रटा गोल चंद्रटा प्रॉपर्टर गोल तो the moon is round बोले हम बाहर बोल अरे moon is round, this is true of the people who see the moon from the earth. तो चंद्र का ये अर्थ से सीधी बोले दिला ताकि हम चंद्रटा गोल चंद्र पाखे जो गोटे तार 10 किलोमीटर 20 किलोमीटर ये गोटे किसी लोक ये रहउतबे चंद्र का बोल फ्लैट सरफेस एते जो खाओ ये पार्ट पार्सल अछि तो आमे जहां देखु सो मेटाफिजिक्स ओनली हेल्प्स यू टू नो द पार्शियल ट्रुथ, the relative truth as it is available to your mental plate, your psychic plate, your intellectual plate or your conceptual framework. But that is again the reality. So every metaphysician tries to reconstruct the reality according to the concepts. So there are alternative equipments, cognitive equipments, alternative conceptual categories. You will have alternative vision of the same truth. But the point is, can there be access to the truth as such? गोटे हाथीटा को तुम पूरा जानी पारे तुम आखिरी किसी नथिबो माने तो लिमिटेशन नथिबो अनुभव नथिबो सो जते बेले तुम जो लिमिटेशंस ऑफ द माइंड व्हेन यू ओवरकम देन यू नो द ट्रूथ as such. And when you know the truth as such, you cannot afford to have a dichotomy or an exclusiveness for yourself. You become the object. So you know the object by becoming. And if you go to, I think it will take very long time if I go system by system. How metaphysical questions are different from empirical questions. मनीष दुख कहीं पाए बुद्धंकर बेसिक क्वेश्चन तो जो मनीष दुख कहीं पाए এটা ফিলোসফিক্যাল क्वेश्चन कहीं मुझे कहबी तो अच्छा तुम जो गोटे मेंटल तुम सपोज तुम किसी प्रोब्लेम है तुम गो टू ए साइकियाट्रिस्ट कौन करू ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन मेटाफिजिकल फिलोसफिकल क्वेश्चन गोटे तुम के दुख पाऊ तुम कहीं मानुछ কিন্তু বুদ্ধ কোশ্চেন হচ্ছে ফিলোসফিক্যাল সে এক্স ওয়াই এর সফরিং কথা বলছেন সে যে মনিষ্ঠ আছে সফরিং কাহি কি আছে why suffering as such. So he is trying to ask a fundamental question about a universal phenomenon. Mind you, the suffering for Buddha is not an empirical phenomenon. He is not talking of your suffering or my suffering, because in personal life he had everything. And he left the world of everything and embraced a life of nothing. बुद्धंकर जो नेक्स्ट लेवल पर छाड़े चली गले कौन किसी मतलब बड़े बड़े एक्टिविटी करे बहुत दूर रंडले करथिले ने से देखले बोधे सब थिला भीतर मोटा पाइले नी किछि नथले भी पाइ किछि ना एटा भी न सो एवरीथिंग भी भूल नथिंग टा भी भूल कि सब रहबाटा भूल किछि न रहबाटा भूल ताले मिडिल पाथ so the question which is haunting Buddha, the question was a philosophical question because it related to the whole, not to a part. When you are trying to understand the suffering of an individual, then you are an empirical scientist. Either you are a psychiatrist or a medical scientist or a critic or a guide or whatever. Because you are trying to give a treatment to a particular phenomenon, you are trying to understand a particular phenomenon and give a cure for a particular kind of aberration. But for Buddha, suffering is something which relates to every man. Suffering comes with old age, suffering comes with death, suffering comes with disease. And everyone is subject to suffering. Jaha chahucho ta na paile to dukha, jaha chahucho ta pai gale mote dukhar sesa nai kana auri chahibo. If you are attached to the unpleasant, jaha chahuno ta sa attached hai galo consumption of the unpleasant will bring you suffering. Disjunction from the pleasant will bring you suffering. Even conjunction of the pleasant will bring you suffering because you have still many more pleasant things to aspire for. So, दुखर कारण कौन? बुद्ध कहले दुखर कारण अछि. यदि कारण अछि त निराकरण भी अछि. यदि मलेरिया रोग ले मशा कामुडले हुए, मलेरिया को भलो करे गले कोई नहीं खाइबो. आ मलेरिया न होबे मशा खाइबो. The cause being removed, अस्मिन् सति इदं भवति. cause चली गले effect चली गयो, cause रहले effect रहयो. So Buddha's question was a fundamental question. That is why it is a philosophical question. It is a metaphysical question, not an empirical question. When you come to Sankhya philosophy, what do you find? Suppose actually it was given in a particular context when they are trying to understand what is that out of which the world has come into existence, evolution. Now Prakriti. So it is an explanation of everything, not of something. When it is an explanation of something, you have science. When it is an explanation of everything, you have metaphysics or philosophy. When you have explanation of something, it is physics. Explanation of everything, metaphysics. When it is a realization of everything, feeling everything, it is beyond metaphysics. That is mystical.
During your course of deliberation, I have found that you have told that physics and metaphysics are interrelated. But one query always haunts me. By citing an example, I am just telling it. If an offspring can be created in a laboratory, why then physics and metaphysics, and which is a very transcendental phenomenon which is under the control of a man, why physics and metaphysics will be related? Why do you think that they will not exist independent of each other? This is a very transcendental phenomenon which is very much control of a man. If it is a man is under the control of a transcendental phenomena, why both of them will not exist independent of each other?
Okay. Now, when a child is created in the laboratory, it is no more a metaphysical thing. That which is thought to be a transcendental was really empirical, and now you have discovered it to be empirical. Just I have patience. Let me clarify your question and try to understand your question, and then I will try to attempt my answers. When you say that even this life, creation of life which is transcendental, now it has been made possible in the laboratory. So that which is metaphysical has now become physical. This is your question, isn't it? So why can you think that physical can exist by itself without depending on the metaphysical? Is it your question or not? Okay. Now friend, when a child is made to be born in the laboratory, what happens is they put some ammonia broth. There is a particular process by which this life is created. So it is a natural phenomenon. But what made you say that it is transcendental? It is only your ignorance. Now, you see, in the olden days it was thought that the malaria, the cholera, the Hydra, the cholera is caused by village goddess. But now, when the science has come, science has said, no, it is because of some germs. That malaria results only when there is a dislocation in the human body, and dislocation or aberration in the human body is due to certain factors. So that which is considered to be done by God, later on when man became more and more knowledgeable, he said that no, it is caused by certain natural phenomena. Similarly, the creation of life, because of the expansion of science, man has also discovered how man is born, how a child is born, how you can determine male and female. If you want, you can also create a male, you can also create a female. You can know whether it is a male or a female. Later, previously people used to think that it depends on God's wish. Now you can wish a child to be born, isn't it? So, the only thing is we were ignorant, and now we have become more and more knowledgeable. But even granting that life has been created in the laboratory from matter, life has come out of matter, the transcendental, the ultimate transcendental question still persists. Now the question is, how can life come? I will give an example. How can life come out of matter? Because laboratory, everything is physical. I will explain you. Let me explain to you. Give me another 3 minutes time. I will try to explain it. Just now in the laboratory, and just give the life test tube, we can theory. Life just.
Question is completely because the embryo which is just kept in the laboratory for calculation, and after calculation it is again put in the so life is not created. Life is not created in the laboratory. It is a process in which only the fertilization is done.
But instead of in the womb,
yes,
that is that particular what our experiment is.
No, this question that science is creating life. Science is not creating life. The sperm only just fertilization sperm and ovary is placed. Science has not created neither sperm nor ovary.
Okay.
So the question is basically the question is wrong.
नहीं बर्तन बताओ जी जति बार की मनीष पेटर जोड़ा तयारी होची स्पर्म तयारी होची मैं आपको एग्जांपल देबी मनीष
laboratory है वो ठीक है not created.
then even if it is accepted
that science has created life, the basic question is wrong.
Okay.
Science has not created life.
I understand it, but even now there is an latest experiment, ammonia broth. That's called ammonia broth experiment. Ammonia broth experiment कौन होची ना methane ना कौन ammonia broth और methane और इनके कौन मिसेगी इलेक्ट्रिक करंट पास करले तादरे सब ये गोड़ा कौन प्रोटीन ऑफ लाइफ रो बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स आर क्रिएटेड तमाने ता भितरे गोटे एग्जांपल मुंडरे उंकुणी उंकुंडा जीवन ना निर्जीव टक्किना फुटी तार जीवन जाउछ ना नहीं नखरे एमती कर दला जे मुंडरे उंकुणी आछी कोठी गोबर खतरे गोबर पोक आछी कोठी एवं मैला पानी रे मशा कोड आछी आ गोटे जगह कहला कहले सर मैला पानी रे मशा डिंब दउछन्ती मु कहली कोन उंकुणी माने कोठा डिंब दउछन त मुंडरे तो किछ नै मुंड नकुणी माछ रहले देखा तार उंकुणी चालिगला नै अरे गोटे जीवंत जिनस निर्जीव जिनस मैला जिनस केमती आछी गोटे घारे ए फेस्टरिंग वुंड तुम सफा न कले तादरे पोक हो घारे पोक हो ना नहीं पोकटा आस घा भर पूजर ओल्ड वुंड यू फाइंड ये दिस ए फेस्टरिंग वुंड व्हेयर फ्रॉम टू द इंसेक्ट्स कम दिस बैक्टीरिया एवडा आस तमने एथुर जणा पडुची गोटे मैटर जेरु लाइफ आस गोटे समय जेलीफिश थिला गोटे ये तार भीतर मनीष आसला बर्तमान ये एक्सपेरिमेंट का छाड़ी दिया एक्चुअली व्हाट यू सेड इज राइट इवन इफ आम देखुचे से छाड़देले मतलब यहाँ कथा सत्य जे गोटे समय मनीष नाला केवल पानी थिला पानीटा हूँ मैटेरियल जिनस तादर जेलीफिश आसला केमी तादर मनीष आसला केमी जो क्रिएशन इवोल्यूशन आसला केमी मैटर तो लाइफ आस केमी ना ना मैटर जेहतु गोटे अनकनसीयस जेहतु कनसीयस आसो केमी एक्शन न्यूलो प्रिंसिपल कहला जदि ता भीतर नहीं से आस सत्कार्यवादी मैंने कहले कि तुम घणारे तेल मंजी पेड़िले सीना तेल हम तो बालिकी पेड़ देखिए घणारे घणा पिला बुझ कि नहीं तो गाँ तो जान गोटे घणा थाए तेल ढिंकी देखी घणा देखी लाइफ इज इनकम्प्लीट मत देखी तेणु जदि घणा देहरे जदि बालिकी पेड़ा जाए ताल तेल बाहर कि बुझिपार ना नहीं से कहते if you want to press the sand you do not get oil. Why? Because oil is not there in the in the sand. You get oil only from the oil seed because oil is present in the oil seed. If oil was not there in the oil seed, then 1,000 oil men could not have it. तांकर एग्जांपल होची असत करना तमन से कहउछथि एग्जांपल दउछथि यदि 100 जण आर्टिस्ट चेष्टा करन्थि ताले येलो रु रेड को आनि परिबे नाही काहे आनि परिबे नाही कारण रेड ता येलो भीतर नाही तो जोटा जहाँ भीतर ना से आसीपर ना तो गोटे जिन आसूस मैंने अलरेडी तरह अच्छी तेणु जदि चेतना शक्ति मैटर भितर अच्छी कन्सियसनेस मैटर भितर आसूची तेणु ता भितर अच्छी अरे गोटे if matter is anti life or matter is life जदि जड़ भितर चेतनाटा नहीं तो आसला कि कौन आस जदि बाहर नथा आसंता केमी जदि जदि न थी आसंता सब जिन हंता सत्कार सर्वसम्भव अभाव सर्वसम्भव अभाव बुझा ना यू डोंट गेट ऑयल फ्रॉम दिस sand. The fact that only certain things can give rise to certain things means that is present somehow in some form in that. गोटे बर गचर संभावना बर मंजिर अच्छे गोटे तेंतुली गच संभावना से ना गोटे तेंतुली गच संभावना गोटे तेंतुली मंजी भर तेंतुली गच संभावना अच्छे तेंतुली गच संभावना तेंतुली गच मंजी अच्छे गोटे मनीष हाँ संभावना मनीष जीन भर अच्छे तेणु मनीष गोटे बड़ साइंटिस्ट जी हम बड़ क्रिकेट प्लेयर जी हम से गोटे छोट पिला जन्म ता भर गोटे आटिट्यूड अच्छे
देखुए बहुत घटना घटुची मनीष पिला देखो आज्ञा आंब भितर जदि गोटे कदलटे बाहर कौन ना कौन फर्म आइदर जेनेटिकली इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल जदि यह संभव होता किसी संभव होता ना 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 इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल शुण कहूँ गोटे मनीषर 4टा मुंड हो जन्म आप कहींपारे साइंटिस्ट पचारे सी कह माँ पेटे ये किसी गोटे डिसलोकेशन होगा फल ये गोटे विकृत जिन आप नेचर एक्सीडेंट अच्छे सुपर साइक्लोन है यहाँ कौन गोटे अननेचुरल कैलामिटी ना नेचुरल कैलामिटी कही कहले नेचुरल कैलामिटी यहाँ अननेचुरल ओ ये सुपर साइक्लोन है काली जब सेमती पुणी डिप्रेशन काली आगे सुपर साइक्लोन आसोनी कि
नेचुरल
हाँ यहाँ अनयूजुअल आम सब देखुने तो यहाँ अननेचुरल नुहे आम नेचुरल कैलामिटी कौन नेचर दिए किसी घटना घटिले समुद्र ये हम भूमिकंप हम भूकंप नेचुरल जिन से जिन सब ना सब भूकंप होनी कौन जिते हम से भूकंपटा नेचुरल यही जिन when these conditions prevail these are so in nature there are no accidents nature Einstein कहते nature does not play dice nature ये ऐसा करेंगे nature never acts whimsically nature is always uniform the so called aberrations of nature are very much part of the natural phenomena they can be causally explained earthquake hela mane kahi ke earthquake hochi not earthquake belt kahi ke hochi seman system माने जियोलॉजिस्ट माने एक्सप्लेन करछन काहे केमि होची तो जदी मनुष्य तो मनुष्य को जन्म ग्रहण कले मनुष्य मनुष्य नहीं करे जदी केतले मनुष्य पेट एभली गोटे चाइ मुंडिया पिला बाहरला तार मध्ये गोटे रीजन अछि काहे से बाहरला ता माने नै जे मनुष्य कुकुर माने सबले मनुष्य जन्म करियो बेले बिल्ली जन्म करियो बेले घुसु जन्म करियो कुकुर पेट केतले कोन माने जदी ताहा ही दांदा जदी ताहा संभव ही दांदा ताले पृथ्वी किछि भी संभव होय नै एवं पृथ्वी सब संभव होती कारण यहाँ ही संभव नुहे नेचर यूनिफॉर्म बुझे ना नेचर जब यूनिफॉर्म न होता नेचर यूनिफॉर्म क्वेश्चन कौन पार्टी ना था मनुष्य ना देह ना मनुष्य ना सो दैट इज ए बेसिक पोस्टुलेट दैट नेचर जी यूनिफॉर्म तार होची लाइफ बिगेट्स लाइफ जे आज यू सो यू लिव दिस अप्लाइज नॉट ओनली टू नेचुरल फेनोमेनन बट आल्सो द कार्मिक लॉ ऑर्डर रो जोड़े एक्सप्रेशन I will tell you in the next session Dharma ethics what is that deep expression तो कथा होची जदी लाइफ का मैटर भीतर न थांता से आसंता केमती बटन कथा होची त मैटर टा कोन आसला does science have an answer scientists will say it's not a meaningful question because every question is not meaningful the logicians will say it is not a meaningful question because it doesn't have a definite answer because a question becomes a question only when it is an answer a disease becomes a disease only when it is a cure a few days back in homeopathy college I was teaching the students and they were saying disease I said that disease there is a disease abnormal no disease is a natural phenomenon and a disease becomes a disease only when there is a remedy जदि कोन गोटे रोगर निदान न थांदा से रोग मनुष्य हे पाइबो नाही कारण प्रकृति रे म्यूचुअल इनकम्पैटिबिलिटी हे पाइबो नाही शोष अछि माने पानी निश्चय पृथ्वी रे अछि तो पानी अच्छी बोली शोष होती मनुष्य को शोष होता पानी न था मनुष्य न था भोक हो खाद्य अच्छे এবং মଣିষ ভিতরে অনন্তକୁ ପାଇବାର କ୍ଷୁଧା ଅଛି ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଅନନ୍ତ ଅବସ୍ଥା ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ କ୍ଷୁଧାରେ ଆସିଲା କେମିତି ଏବଂ ରୋଗ ଅଛି ମାନେ ସମୁଦ୍ର ଭିତରେ ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉ ତାଳ ତରଙ୍ଗ ସେଟା ଉଠୁଛି ପ୍ରଶମିତ କୋଉଠି ହଉଛି ସମୁଦ୍ର ବେଡରେ ପ୍ରଶମିତ ହଉଛି ନା ନାହିଁ ସେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ହେଲ୍ଥ ଉପରେ ଡିଜିଜଟା ଆମର ଏଗେନ୍ ଦାର ଇଜ ରେସ୍ପିରେସନ ଏଗେନ୍ ଦାର ଇଜ ଯଦି ସେଇଟା ହେଲା ପରେ ଚାଲିଗଲେ ତ ମରିଗଲା ତେଣୁ କଥା ହଉଛି ଯୋଉ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ abnormal so called accident ନାହିଁ everything is incidental nothing is accidental ତେଣୁ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ବଟମ ପଚରା ଯିବ ଯେ ମ୍ୟାଟରଟା ଆସିଲା କେମିତି ଏବଂ ମ୍ୟାଟର ଭିତରେ ଲାଇଫ୍ ଆସିଲା କୋଉଠୁ କନସିୟସନେସ୍ ଆସିଲା କୋଉଠୁ ତାର ଆନ୍ସର ଫିଜିକ୍ସ ଭିତରେ ନାହିଁ ଫିଜିକ୍ସ ହେଉଛି ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ଏ ଲିମିଟ୍ ଅଫ ଫିଜିକ୍ସ ସେମାନେ କହିବେ ଏ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ର ମିନିଂ କିଛି ନାହିଁ କାହିଁକି ନା ଏଇଟା ହେଉଛି ଆମର ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଦ ଲିମିଟ୍ ଅଫ ତା ଭିତରେ ତାର ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲାନେସନ ନାହିଁ here only you have to invoke something beyond the physical କାରଣ ଡାରୱିନ ଦେଖୁଛି ବା ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଷ୍ଟ ମାନେ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ମ୍ୟାଟରଟାକୁ ବେସିକାଲି ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିକି ମ୍ୟାଟର ଦେହରୁ କେମିତି ଲାଇଫ୍ ଚାଲିଛି ସେଟା ସେ ଠିକ୍ କରୁନି ଦେଖୁଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ପାର୍ଟ କନସିୟସନେସଟା କେମିତି ମ୍ୟାଟର ହେଲା ମ୍ୟାଟରଟା କୋଉଠୁ ଆସିଲା ତାପରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଇନଷ୍ଟ୍ରୁମେଣ୍ଟ ନାହିଁ ତମେ ଯିବ ଯାଇ କହିବ ଯେ ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାକୁ ଦିଲ୍ଲୀ ପଠେଇବି କାରଣ ଯେତେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଗଲି ୟାର ଟେଷ୍ଟ କିଛି ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ତାହେଲେ ଟେଷ୍ଟଟା ଯୋଉଠି ଥିବ ସେଠି ଗଲ ଫିଜିକ୍ସ କହିବ ଯେ ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି ଆମେ ଯାହା କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କରୁ ଇଏ କରିବୁ ଆମର ଯାହା ଦେଖିବୁ ଯାହା ଆମେ ଏକ୍ସପେରିମେଣ୍ଟ କରିବୁ ଯାହା ଆମର ପାରମ୍ପରିକ ଆମେ ସେଠି ବିଷୟରେ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କରିବୁ ତା ବାହାରେ ଯାହା ତାହା ଆମ ପାଇଁ ବୋଧଗମ୍ୟ ନାହିଁ ବୁଝିପାରିବୁ ଏଇଟା କଥା matter is assembled matter is congregate you configure matter supposing you create matter I will give an example Blavatsky ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାଉଥିଲେ ବମ୍ବେ ଏୟାରପୋର୍ଟରେ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ୍ ବ୍ଲାଭାଟ୍ସ୍କି ସୋସାଇଟିର ଯିଏ ମୋର 100 years ସେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଚା ପିଇବା ଦରକାର ସେ ହଠାତ୍ କହିଲେ ଦେଖି ଖୋଳିଲ ସେଇଟା ଦେଖେ ସେ ଖୋଳିଲା ବେଳକୁ ଏସବୁ ଚାମଚ ଆଉ କପଡ଼ା ବାକି ସେ ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଥିଲି ଆଡ଼ିଓ ଲାଇବ୍ରେରୀ ଏପଟେ ଅଛି ତାଙ୍କୁ ପଚରାଗଲା ଏଇଟା କ'ଣ ଏଇଟା ମିରାକିଲ୍ ନା ମିରାକିଲ୍ କ'ଣ ତା ଅରବିନ୍ଦ ବଢ଼ିଆ କହିଛନ୍ତି କହିଛନ୍ତି ଦି ଲଜିକ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ଇନଫାନାଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଏ ମ୍ୟାଜିକ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ଫାଇନାଇଟ୍ What is the logic of the infinite is a magic for the finite. Simply এটা materialization process রা হচ্ছে once you have the control over the elements তো চাইলে সেমতি materialize ହେଇକି ଜିନିଷଟା ଆସିଲା ତ ଚାହୁଁଛ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଏଟା ଉଡ଼େଇ ଦବ ତା ଦେହରୁ ତା ସବୁ ଇଏ ସବୁ ଉଦ୍ର କରି ନବ ତାର ୱେଭ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଏଟା ଉଡ଼େଇଯିବ କ'ଣ ଅଛି ତେଣୁ by the process of materialization you can create things and by the process of dematerialization you can make things vanish ଇଏ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ନିୟମ ଅନୁସାରେ ହେଉଛି ସେଇଟା ହେଉଛି logic of the infinite. So logic of the infinite ଆମ finite ଜିନିଷ ଏଟା ମ୍ୟାଜିକ୍ ମିଳିବ ନା
ମ୍ୟାଟରଟା ଯେତେବେଳେ ହ୍ୟୁମାନ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲକୁ ଆସିଯିବ
ଡଜଣ୍ଟ ମ୍ୟାଟର ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ ମ୍ୟାଟରକୁ ଆସିଗଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନଟା ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ଲକ୍ କରିବ ସେଇଟା ଫିଜିକାଲ ଲେଭେଲରେ ଲାବୋରେଟୋରୀ ଭିତରେ ଆସିବ ନାହିଁ କାହିଁକି ନା ବିକଜ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ଲିମିଟେସନ୍ସ ଅଫ୍ ମ୍ୟାଟର ଆଇ ୱିଲ୍ ଗିଭ୍ ଆନ୍ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ୍ ଧର ବହୁତ ଲୋଭରେ ଆପଣ ଘିଅ ଖାଇବେ ବା ଗୋଟେ ରସଗୋଲା ଖାଇବେ ହାତ କରିଦେବେ ଗୋଟେ ସରା ରସଗୋଲା ଧରିଛନ୍ତି ରସଗୋଲା ବାହାର କରିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ହାତକୁ ବାହାର କରିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଲୋଭରେ ହାତଟା ଭର୍ତ୍ତି କରିଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଏମିତି ହାତଟା ଭର୍ତ୍ତି କଲେ ରସଗୋଲା ଏମିତି ଧରିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ବୋତଲର ମୁହଁଟା ଏତିକି ନା ଏମିତି ସିନା ଭର୍ତ୍ତି ହେଇଯିବ କିନ୍ତୁ ଏମିତି ହେଲେ ଭର୍ତ୍ତି ହେବନି ଆପଣ ହାତ ବାହାରକୁ ରସଗୋଲା ବାହାରୁ ଯଦି ବାହାରିବ ରସଗୋଲା ସହିତ ବୋତଲ ବାହାରିବ ବାହାରୁନି କାହିଁକି କାରଣ ଯାହା ବାହାର କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ସେଇଟା ହିଁ ବାହାର କରିବାରେ ପ୍ରତିବନ୍ଧକ ଆପଣ ଯେଉଁ ଲୋଭବଶତଃ ଯେଉଁ ରସଗୋଲାକୁ ବାହାର କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ସେଇଟା ବାହାର ନ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କାରଣ ତେଣୁ ସାଇନ୍ସର ଯେଉଁ ଇନଷ୍ଟ୍ରୁମେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଅଛି ସେ ଇନଷ୍ଟ୍ରୁମେଣ୍ଟର ଗୋଟେ ବେସିକ୍ ଲିମିଟେସନ୍ ତା ବାହାରେ ଯାଇପାରିବ ନାହିଁ ଉଦାହରଣ ସ୍ୱରୂପ ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଷ୍ଟ କହିବ ଯେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ରହିବ ମୁଁ ଦେଖିବି ଏବଂ ମୋର ଏବଂ ଅବଜେକ୍ଟର ଜ୍ଞାତା ଓ ଜ୍ଞାର ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଟରାକ୍ସନ୍ ହେବ ତାପରେ ନଲେଜ ହେବ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ ଜିନିଷ ହେଲା ଯେପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଜ୍ଞାତା ଓ ଜ୍ଞାର ଏ ଦୂରତ୍ୱଟା ରହିଛି ସେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ତୁମେ ଏ ବସ୍ତୁଟାକୁ ତା ସ୍ୱରୂପରେ ଜାଣିପାରିବନି ସାଇନ୍ସ କହିବ ମୋର ତ ମେଥୋଡୋଲୋଜି ଲାଗେ ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଜାଣିବି ଏଇ ପ୍ରକାରରେ ହିଁ ଜାଣିବି ସେଇ ପ୍ରକାର ଜାଣିଲେ ହିଁ ମୁଁ ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ୍ ଟ୍ରୁଥ୍ ବୋଲି ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବି ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି ଯଦି ତାହା ବୋଲି ତୁମେ ଜାଣିବ ବୋଲି ଚାହୁଁଛ ତାହେଲେ ତାକୁ କେବେ ବି ଜାଣିପାରିବ ନାହିଁ କାରଣ ତାକୁ ଜାଣିବାକୁ ଗଲେ ଏଇ ଦୂରତ୍ୱଟାକୁ ବାହାର କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ ତେଣୁ ସାଇନ୍ସ କ୍ୟାନଟ୍ ନୋ ଇଟ୍ ଇନ୍ ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପଲ୍ ଯେତେ ପଢ଼ିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ କନସିୟସନେସଟା ଭ୍ୟାରିଏବଲ୍ ହେଇପାରିବ ନାହିଁ କାହିଁକି ବିକଜ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ଲିମିଟେସନ୍ସ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ମେଥୋଡୋଲୋଜି ଇଟସେଲ୍ଫ ନଟ୍ ବିକଜ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ଲେସ୍ ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ୍ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ 20th century ଯେତେ ସାଇନ୍ସ ହେଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସାଇନ୍ସ ଇଜ୍ ନୋନ୍ ବାଇ ଇଟ୍ସ तार मेथोडोलॉजी तार एक्सपेरिमेंटल साइंस न साइंस टा जदी चेंज कर दो तार डेफिनेशन चेंज कर दो ताले साइंस जाय करिवो किंतु साइंस रे डेफिनेशन जहां जदी सेया रुहे ताले साइंस गोटे लिमिट पर्यंत जानि पारिवो गोटे समय रे लैडर बोले तो पड़ दाव पड़ो लैडर माने निश्चित गोटे से पहुंची गला परे से ସେଇପରି ମୁଁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରେ ତାକୁ ରଜନୀଶ ଭଲ ଭାବେ କହିଛି ରଜନୀଶ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ରଜନୀଶ ଜାଣିଛ ରଜନୀଶ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଦେଖ